Hello. Check it out. That painting is my carrot on a stick painting because you see how it's still mostly white and awesome. And I still have plenty of things to fill in, and it's the most puzzly of all the paintings right now because it's not filled in, which is why I bring it out when other paintings have to dry and I need a little motivation and oomph. But this is not the painting I'm working on today because I have let the other paintings dry. And if you've been keeping up, I need to work on the butterflies. Really had to let them dry. They were very wet. And then there's another painting that I just finished blurring out the background. It's very fun. Similar to the rabbit one, which you haven't seen it. It's done. And it's on my social media, on Instagram and Facebook. I have 6 of these guys that I have to do, and then it's going to be the other carrot on the stick that I get. I don't know if I'm going to keep myself within this color palette because I'm also ready to introduce some more colors, but I'm hammering this home until I get it because that's what you got to do. You got to repetition. You have to find a way to make yourself repeat things. I know I've said it before, and guess what? I'm repeating it again because this is probably one of the most important lessons that I have ever learned. If you want to do it well, yes, you have to start somewhere. First, you just have to start. You just have to do the thing. You have to just try it. You're not going to be great at it. It's fine. Don't worry about it. And now figure out, you have to reflect each time. You just do the same thing over and over again. That's just madness if you're not actually reflecting on what you're doing. You're like, I still don't know why I haven't climbed this mountain. I just keep running headfirst into it. Well, maybe assess. Take a moment and assess. But then the repetition thing is very important. Obviously, there's a lot of repeating in all of these things that I am working on, the geometric forms. And it's really fun to keep compiling them on top of each other, though, till you go really crazy with the shapes. But that means I got to change this out to the one we're actually going to work on today. Let me tell you about it so I can show you where we're going. I was going to get the butterflies out because, as I told you, stay tuned for butterflies, which I know a lot of people like, and I do too. I enjoy them. But this other one has the most steps that need to get done until I can do the wings, and I want to do the wings. I don't know why. Feathers are on, well, I do know why. I was at a workshop, which is also why it took a second, and finished painting, and then we're talking about maybe doing angels next. Because just beautiful and ethereal and awesome, and also wings. Feathered wings. Different than the butterfly wings. Butterfly wings are like the breath of a whisper. And you gotta do feathered wings, and it's the gust of air itself. I love wings. I've always loved wings. One of my absolute favorite things to paint. Okay, well, let's stop talking about it. Let's change it out. Be right back. And there you go. Painting changed. So I blurred out this on top and bottom. It was a stronger geometric before. I'm actually a little nervous about this painting because when I initially blocked it in, this was everybody's favorite of the original series of what happened. So every time I mess with it, I'm like, it's gotta be good. It's gotta be real good. But hey, if you liked it so much, you should have offered to buy it. That is always an option. If there's anything ever on this easel and you're like, I really want that, ask me about it. I can't promise that I'll sell it because I might say, it's not finished, because I do that. I do that. But if you're just like, no, I really truly want it as is, then let me know. And I won't touch it. But if it's in my possession, I'm going to keep painting on it. So, moving on from that, I need to finish these lines. These like little petals in my mind is what they are. I need to finish the petals. And then this is the true why I'm kind of like, I will get to it. But it also looks like maybe they're over the wings. So maybe they're last. This is the part I'm not looking forward to fussing with. Why? It's going to look really cool. I have plans. And it's going to be so finicky. Which is funny because I love finicky. I really do. I love all the little finicky tiny details. Oh, they're my favorite. But the level of patience that one must acquire to see them to the end. That's the point of all the repetition, and this is truly what I mean when I say find a way to not trap yourself. I hate being trapped. You're very angry. that is when I ruin paintings and get rid of them because I don't like to be trapped. But this is where you entice yourself with something that you feel like you can do over and over and over again so that you get really good at that skill. And then you take that skill with you onto the next project, which is honestly why we're pausing on the butterflies, because I am still puzzling over some things with the background on that one. And the butterflies are one of the last touches. I blocked them in so I would know where they are, but I have to decide on something with that. And I started on something and I was like, nope, hate it. So the least amount that you can touch something until you're sure of your next task is the less that you have to fix along the way. So for this one, I've got to do these. And there's just like 1,000 of them. There's not really 1,000 of them, but I need to buck it up and do it and just get excited about it because I want to do bigger. I keep looking back at pictures. I don't know if I posted it on YouTube. It's definitely on my Instagram though. My great big painting, my great big 4x6. I want to do another one of those. That was good. And I've got some ideas. I want it more smaller rectangle. I don't like the big fat rectangles. They're kind of an awkward cut in my opinion. I really do like the nice thin long rectangles. There's something quite beautiful about that, I think, whether it's landscape or portrait. I think either way, it's just a nice, it's fun to compose in, to come up with the correct composition for that cut. One of my favorite shapes. On that note, I have rambled long enough. This is going to look very different the next time you see it, and I'm going to get to it. I hope that you have a fantabulous day doing something with your hands. As always, I always encourage you, make something tangible, something you can feel and really grab onto. Our bodies are meant for that. Obviously, I have use within the digital space and I enjoy it at times. Go ahead and, even if it's not outside, do something in the physical world. Please do it. It's good for you. I promise. See you next time. Bye.